and welcome to Thursday's edition of the DCEU Daily. Sometimes it's a great pleasure of anticipation before I make these videos. Sometimes it's a pleasure to make these videos for the 30 or 40 odd people who loyally come in and support this channel. Yes, Jared Leto to play the Joker in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League is the official title for the movie now. Do you remember when this was announced and they told us 20 or 30 million Zack was getting? But then an executive at Warner Media said, we wish it was that little. Do you remember when they said there would be no additional photography and maybe the original cast, the original Justice League, would be asked to do some audio lines? No. $70 million to do additional photography. Yesterday I was speaking to you and I said, I don't know who they're going to get to do this additional photography. We saw a picture of some extras. But now it's official that Jared Leto will be playing the Joker in Zack Snyder's Justice League. You do not throw $70 million at a director and project just in hope that it may garner you some subscribers. You do not throw 70 million at a director if you don't have faith in him. You do not throw 70 million at a director if you don't know the numbers. No, they know the numbers. That's why they are throwing 70 million at him. They know the numbers. They know this is the most anticipated streaming event of all time. And that's where it is. And that's where you have it, you see. There's confidence in this. I was watching a video by Grace Randolph saying, if you want to see Henry Cavill back as Superman, if you want to see Ben Affleck do the Batman streaming series, you have to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. No, because they already know. They already know the numbers. They saw it trending on Twitter on November of last year. They know the numbers. They're confident. This is why they're giving the man $70 million. Let's read the official article from Boris Kitt, who follows me, by the way. If it's not from Boris, it's not official. Jared Leto to play the Joker in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Looks like Leto is getting the last laugh as he joins the shooting of additional scenes for the Snyder Cut. Just seeing those words, seeing that article yesterday, it was freaking unbelievable. Unbelievable. Zack Snyder's Justice League cut is getting some killer laughs. Jared Leto, who played classic DC villain the Joker in 2016's Suicide Squad, has joined in the shooting of additional footage for the Snyder Cut. The filmmaker's definitive vision of the 2017 superhero movie he was forced to exit and never saw through completion, multiple sources told a Hollywood Reporter. Not that a family tragedy forced him to quit now. Boris Kitt from the Hollywood Reporter is speaking the truth. Let's say it again. He was forced to exit and never saw through completion. Thank you, Boris. Thank you for your honesty. Right. The project officially titled Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is a victory within itself, by the way, is being overseen by Hbo Max, which is financing the new round of shooting and the completion of the many unfinished scenes, and will air as a 4-episode event series next year. Shooting is currently underway with Ben Affleck, Ray Fisher and Amber Heard among those involved on top of Leto. It is unclear which other actors are included. So lots of secrecy here, but Ben Affleck, Ray Fisher and Amber Heard. What could be going on there? Now, I think that a lot of people are saying this, and I'm not sure, but it seems right. I think that this is part of the nightmare sequence. I think these actors and their characters are the last people standing in the nightmare sequence, the last chance the heroes have got against the apocalyptic Earth that Darkseid has created, to see these heroes together, to see Jared's Joker and Ben Affleck's Batman standing together against Darkseid. How amazing is that going to be? Even as the shoot rolls ahead, 2 producers who were involved with the theatrical movie are quietly moving to the side John Berg and Jeff Johns, then studio executives who oversaw the film and the reshoot by Joss Whedon that was meant to salvage the failed movie, will not be receiving producer credits on the Snyder Cut, sources say. Listen, they were never going to get credits for this. They have nothing to do with this film. Zack would not be involved with those people, of course. So yes, they are not involved, and that's obvious. Sources close to Berg and Johns have confirmed the duo's intention to remove their name from the Snyder Cut, since they did not work on this version and are no longer studio executives. The sources also say the move pays respect to Snyder's creative vision and the additional photography shoot. It is unclear when Berg and Johns' SAG began. One source said the move began months ago and is unconnected to comments made by Fisher, who played Cyborg in the movie and who has for months accused the two of enabling abuse and misconduct by Whedon on the set of the 2017 reshoots. After vocal and public outbursts on social media, even as late as September, Fisher has been less incendiary and posting less frequently of late. That is true. Leto boarding the Snyder Cut is noteworthy, as the character did not appear in the original 2017 movie. It also raises questions about how much new content will be included in Snyder's super version of Justice League. It also ties the new cut to Suicide Squad, the all-star DC movie that saw Margot Robbie break out as a fan favourite character Harley Quinn, and Leto portray Joker as a love-obsessed and glittery crime lord. The picture was exec-produced by Snyder and his wife and partner Deborah Snyder, and was meant to tie into an overall DC cinematic universe that Snyder had been shepherding. Right, that's the article. A shared cinematic universe that Snyder had been shepherding. That universe is back. Love it or hate it, like it or not, that universe is back. There is no wait and see, as I've already said, when you throw 70 million at a creative and a piece of content. He's here to stay. And then we have to ask the question, these people that are doing additional photography, what is the 70 million for? The man has 4 hours of footage. So anything he's doing extra, surely is going to add extra time to that. In a way, it kind of doesn't make sense, as exciting as it is. So, is this shooting for Zack Snyder's Justice League 1? Or is this shooting for Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3? This is what I think, and this is what I believe. I believe we may see these actors in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I think the 70 million additional has to be to maybe do Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, or maybe even number 3. Now, you could kind of imagine that the 70 million isn't enough. So maybe it's for the sequel. Maybe it's for Justice League 2. And then afterwards they can worry about Justice League 3, right? Because it kind of doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, you've already got 4 hours. So where is all this coming from? Also, you notice from Boris' article, he doesn't say it's a cameo from Jared Leto. And I mean, let's just sit down and calm down for a minute. Jared Leto's work of art, his performance on David Ayer's Suicide Squad, was cut to pieces. They hacked that man's vision. They hacked Jared's performance. This is justice in a film called Justice League. How ironic is that? As I say, when this was confirmed last night, I was so excited. It's not that I didn't know this was happening, but when it's confirmed, it's something different. I came to you last week and I said that Jared Leto would do his own Joker straight-to-streaming series. I was very confident that Jared would be involved again. Something else I want to talk about Grace Randall's reaction video. She still reiterates, in her opinion, that the Ayer cut should come after Zack Snyder's Justice League. I totally don't agree with that incendiary opinion, because, as I keep on saying, this was meant to be seen before. She's saying we've got to wait and see, and then it can be a prequel. No. Why, Grace, do you think they haven't announced the release date yet? There's a reason for that, because it isn't going to be released in cinemas, or maybe on a limited basis it will. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. Look, the delay of the announcement of the release is interesting, and that has captured my imagination. But just to hear that Jared's involved, and, you know, Mira's involved, and Batman's involved, and Cyborg's involved in these extra shoots, that's very, very interesting. And as I say, as we've already got 4 hours of footage that he's got to cut together, clean up, you know, do post on, CGI and all of that, right? What is he shooting here? What's going on here? You know, these are not just extras. You know, Amber Heard's back. So I do believe these additional shoots are being mixed in with stuff he wants to do for Justice League 2. And the reason he's got people like Jared Leto involved now, because Jared's going to be very, very busy later on. So it's good of Jared to be involved in this. I don't know what Jared's contract originally was, if he'd signed something for sequels. I don't know. But look, it's amazing. He's giving his time. He still believes in playing the Joker. As I told you last week when I told you about my exclusive story of him coming back to do an HBO Max series. Look, we are going to get everything. What we fought for is here. I was like you. I sat in the cinema and saw Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman and loved them. I sat and watched Batman vs. Superman for the first time and thought this was a multiple Oscar nominated and award-winning movie. And I was staggered by the divisive reaction. I was staggered how critics reviewed it, how everyone reviewed it. Part of the problem was that again, they cut the man's film to pieces, cutting half an hour of his ultimate vision, and portions of it kind of, you could tell, were missing. And so for the mainstream audience, it was hard enough seeing such a unique, different take of Batman and Superman. But to have bits axed away makes the situation more complicated. For a mainstream audience who don't know anything about comic books, there's an issue there. But I was also, like you, in the cinema watching Justice League. And when I get to the middle of the film, I know we've been betrayed. And we fought, and we fought, and we never thought this day would come. But it has come. Jared Leto is back as the Joker. Ben Affleck is back as Batman. What comes after this? I don't know. But this is not just a one and done. Just remember, they told us no additional photography. They told us Batfleck's return would be a one and done in Flashpoint. None of this is true. I can also tell you that Michael Keaton has been asked about what's going on about his role in Flashpoint. I can tell you he said there are ongoing talks. Right, I can tell you that his role in Flashpoint has been agreed, but Michael is looking to bring Tim Burton back for a string of films he wants to do for the DCEU as well. And so there's a bit of a delay on a big announcement from Michael Keaton because he wants to work with Tim Burton again. That would be very exciting and very interesting and capture the mainstream audience's imagination as well. Who knows where this is going to be? HBO Max, cinematically, as we know, movie theatres are stuck in a traffic jam. You know, there's a string of films being delayed all the time. So anything that's going to streaming is exciting because we're actually going to see them. And so this is an unprecedented event. You know, Jason Kilar, you know, the head of Warner Media, is not an idiot. You know, he was running Hulu. He made Hulu an absolute success. So this is no mug. And even when they first launched HBO Max and they were getting solid numbers, but they weren't getting the numbers that they wanted, they went back and they fired some people. Harsh, but that's business. And now they're a lot happier. Stanky has said he's a lot happier with the development of HBO Max and their subscriber count. But you just wait until the announcement of the release date of Zack Snyder's Justice League. How many subscribers these people are going to get in 2021. And once you've got them, you keep them with a Green Lantern series, with a Ben Affleck, with a Batfleck series, with a Joker series. This is the thing. You are going to get a lot of intrigued people. You're going to get us, the fans, who are automatically going to watch it. You're going to get the mainstream audience out of intrigue. You're going to get the haters so they can say they saw it and they hated it. It doesn't matter if you hate it or not. You are coming to HBO Max and you are part of their subscriber count. And as I say, once you come, you won't want to go because HBO Max has got probably the broadest content out of all the streamers right now. So it's a very exciting time. I must say, I cried a lot of happy tears. I said it on Twitter last night. Please follow me on Twitter at MoviesTVMad. But amazing, simply amazing. And as I say, sometimes it's with great pleasure that I do these videos. Of course, as the days and the months proceed, we are going to get a lot more news. Grace Randolph knows we're not... Sorry, say that again. Grace Randolph believes that we are not far away from an announcement about Ryan Reynolds returning as Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I hope that's true, because Zack, like Jared, was done dirty. Did I say Zack? Sorry, let me say that again. Ryan, I'm so excited I can't get my words out, but Ryan, like Jared, was done dirty. That film wasn't half bad. All they had to do was fix the problems in the first film and do a sequel. Same thing as I said with Superman Returns. The money was solid enough. It just, didn't go further than what they wanted it to. You fix the problems and you carry on. But no, in the past, Warner Brothers Pictures have been too reactionary. This is the future now. Zack Snyder has been given an opportunity. No director, no visionary, no artist has ever been given. He's been told, give us your ultimate, unedited vision of your arc. Give it to us, baby. We are getting the scary idea. We are getting the continuation. There is no one and done. I keep on saying it. You do not throw $70 million at someone if you don't trust them. If you're just going to wait and see to see what this cut does. If that's the case, and they had no faith in the man, but they've seen a few numbers on Twitter, they would have said, you know what, no additional photography, you've got a cut, clean it up, post it, post-production, and let's see how it does. Then you can continue your vision if it's as successful as we suspect it might be. Excuse me. But they haven't done that. They've thrown $70 million at the man and said, give us everything. Zack's already spoken about in the past firing all his bullets. He fired a lot of his bullets, but not all of them. Do you know why he fired all of his bullets? Because he knew they were going to push him off the project. And he knew he would have to fight for his ultimate vision. He wasn't going to give up, but he knew. He knew. So he was smart enough to fire all his bullets, right? And he's talking about BVS. He's talking about the nightmare sequence, right? That's a bullet that he fired. That intrigued people for what was going to happen next, what was to come. So Zack's a very intelligent man. He knew they were after him. But he set certain guarantees within BVS. That's how smart he is. So if you're a fan of Zack Snyder's vision in DC, and this is what, look, all my interest with Zack lies within the DCEU. I'm a DC fan. And I just love his vision. I love his visuals. I believe this is how a comic book movie should look. And nobody, probably maybe Spielberg and Lucas, can make a superhero movie look so amazing. It looks like you're opening the comic and the characters and the events are coming out of your imagination. The man's a genius. And to have that continuation of Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, the Ultimate Edition, is truly exciting. So now I find myself so excited before the Jared Leto news, but to know that he's pretty much allowed to bring back Jared's Joker. I mean, there were rumours about him being in Justice League for a long time, and people laughed at us. They're not laughing anymore. Zack Snyder's back. While the rest of Warner Brothers Entertainment DC projects are in a queue to be released in movie theatres because they want us to see it on the biggest screen, Zack Snyder's DC Universe continues its development. And we'll see it beginning with next year's Zack Snyder's Justice League. Whether you hate Zack or not, but even if you're a DC purist, I want you to shut your eyes and think about this and let's all shut our eyes. In 2021, we are getting a 4-hour version of a Justice League movie with Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Batman, Superman, a Cyborg, The Flash, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Mira, and who knows who else. Now, even as a DC purist, you may not like Snyder. If that doesn't excite you, you have to ask yourself one thing. Are you actually even a DC fan? Because I am. I'm excited. I ask you to join me on this ride. I ask you to subscribe to this channel because we are going to be on this ride together. We started this ride together ever since Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad, and all the other films I've reacted to and, the leaks and the rumours I've told you about. As Zack said, if you want to come with me and go into the rabbit hole, and it's a deep rabbit hole. Do you understand what he was telling you? They're allowing me to go down that rabbit hole, not for a one and done, but for everything. Everything. People like Humberto Gonzalez are being exposed now. I like Humberto. He's a really good journalist. He's done well for himself. But he doesn't like us. He doesn't like the fans, and he tries to wind us up by talking crap about one and dones. That Snyder's not back for good. Oh, yeah. Because when they see those numbers, Humberto, when they actually see that Zack Snyder's Justice League is the most successful streaming event of all time. All time, baby. What do you think's going to happen? Sorry, Zack. Bye-bye. The media don't like you. Hollywood doesn't like you. Nah. They're going to see Wonga, baby, and they're going to want more. They're going to want the rest of his arc. They're going to want him to do offshoots. They're going to want him to do animated content. They're going to want to do the lot. Zack Snyder has taken these DC characters, and he may have not created them, but he's created an original way of doing them that people love. This is massive. And this is a fantastic story. Because we started with Man of Steel and people resisted it. Then we had BVS, people resisted it. But all of a sudden, when people saw the struggle of Zack Snyder and the fans battling together, more and more people are interested in the DCEU. They are now binging Man of Steel and the Ultimate Edition of BVS. They are coming to the table because we live in unprecedented times. And the excitement level. And I'm not denying that seeing all the Spider-Men together isn't awesome. But this is massive. This is massive. Because we never really thought a couple of years ago we were going to get this. And there's so many characters in our fandom, in our movement. Chris Wong Svensson, people like Davey Pienaar, and he's blocked me. But as I say, different characters. Whether you've blocked me or not, different characters, passionate characters, and you've all done your bit to help. And I thank you for that. And I call you my brothers and sisters, whether you've blocked me or not. We saw this journey together, whatever we feel about each other. Maybe you're more successful than I am. That's good. I'm happy for you. Enjoy the girls, enjoy the confetti. But it's not about that, is it? No. It was about our passion and love for a director and what he did with the DC characters we've loved for so long. It's amazing. It's an achievement. We are getting it. The Snyderverse is back. There's no debate. We're getting the haircut before Zack Snyder's Justice League. There's no debate. There's no arguments. We are getting everything. And if you're a DC fan who doesn't like Snyder, you're going to get a whole lot of different things. Now, I did see, as I said, Grace Randolph's reaction video to the Jared Leto news, and she did kind of confirm something that I've been confirming to you for a long time, that J.J. Abrams is in charge of the Superman property. And he's in two minds about Henry Cavill, according to her. And apparently, if Zack Snyder's Justice League is successful, then maybe he'll give Henry a go. I'm not too sure about that. I believe that if Cavill is involved at all, it's going to be on HBO Max with Zack Snyder's Justice League, Part 2 and Part 3. What happens with Henry has already been decided. What happens with Ben has already been decided. Because they know. They've worked out the numbers. They know that so many people want the Snyderverse. There's nothing to wait and see for. So yes, J.J. Abrams is in charge of the mainstream Superman universe now, which will be an Earth 1 universe. He'll be developing that. So again, if you're a DC fan who doesn't like what Snyder does, you've got options. This is what the DC multiverse strategy is doing. It's why I always go on about it, and I'm excited about it. Yes, my friends, join me on this journey that we started on a long time ago, because the ride is not over yet. And I'm quoting Aquaman. Comment down below, like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with more DCEU Daily. See you again soon.